There was another one where the tragedy came because this officer was safeguarding our national examinations. Principal Secretary is present, the Inspector General of the National Police Service, Commissioner General of Kenya Prison Service, stakeholders and partners who include the British High Commissioner and all those present today, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am delighted to join you here on this unique occasion when His Excellency the President will launch two strategic plans, the National Police Service Strategic Plan 2023 to 2027 and the State Department of Correctional Services Strategic Plan 2023 to 2027. These two plans highlight the important role of the National Police Service and Correctional Services in national security and public safety that are critically essential for our economic and social development. The National Police Service Strategic Plan underlines the government's commitment to ensure that the National Police Service delivers on its vision of being a world-class police service and upholds its mission of providing professional, innovative, and people-centered services to promote a safe and secure society. On its part, the State Department for Correctional Services Strategic Plan focuses on enhancing security through containment, supervision, rehabilitation, and reintegration of offenders into the society. It also highlights critical strategies for improving correctional services in the country. The two strategic plans are anchored on the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and the fourth medium-term plan. They support the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and Kenya Vision 2030. The strategic plans are particularly important tools for enhancing development effectiveness and must be aligned with our national priorities. They are expected to promote a conducive environment for the people to enhance their livelihood, opportunities, and for business to prosper. While each of the strategic plans is uniquely tailored to the mandate of the respective service, both are geared towards the government's agenda for a more inclusive society. They enhance opportunities for dialogue with people and foster community partnerships based on respect for the rule of law, democracy, and human rights. Constructive engagement with citizens is necessary to resolve emerging conflicts in the delivery of police and correctional services. We must seek to promote trust and understanding that will ensure the security of our citizens, improve the business climate, and stimulate Kenya's socio-economic transformation. I wish to reaffirm the government's commitment to support the National Police Service and the State Department for Correctional Services to scale up the initiatives undertaken during their previous strategic plan periods. We promise to work with you on this journey. Collaboration with key stakeholders, including the communities you serve, is vital to delivering the impact envisaged under the new strategic plans. I therefore encourage you to nurture a unified and effective approach through strategic partnerships with key players in the security and correctional services ecosystem. Let me conclude by urging all of us gathered here, and indeed all Kenyans, to support and work with the National Police Service and the State Department for Correctional Services to promote unity, peace, and stability for the ultimate prosperity of all Kenyans. Your Excellency, with your permission, let me just flag two issues. One, not too long ago, I joined the police and the service and the correctional services in remembrance of the fallen heroes from our security forces. And it was definitely a very moving moment. And Your Excellency, I just want to recap this because when the citation was being made of the circumstances under which each of the fallen officers had passed, there were particularly two touching comments. All are very touching, but let me just flag two. There's the aspect that was terrorist-based. Now, there was another one where the tragedy came because this officer was safeguarding our national examinations. And for some reason, some unruly people wanted to interfere with that process, and this officer died in the line of duty, protecting exams for the young people of this country. The second one was a valiant officer who also died because there was need to protect 6 young girls from gender-based violence, particularly the FGM. And this officer, again, had to lose their lives. But this is a story that is not quite told by a lot of people, the public, and sometimes even the Fourth Estate. And it is important that once in a while, we do not lose sight of the fact that it is not just the process of keeping peace, but we also see extremely heart-rendering moments that our officers get involved in as they safeguard the well-being of our people. Finally, Your Excellency, before I call you on the podium, I also just want to highlight that when we were preparing for this program, and I came to consult you, you made one very fundamental statement. You said that let this event be a joint event because the work of the security forces is intertwined. It's complementary. And you wanted an opportunity, rather than separating, to have a moment where these strategic plans are launched together because they speak to each other. And I just want to acknowledge that because it is the issue of addressing the silo mentality in government. We are one government. And it is so important that we collaborate, and it's on that principle that I wish to express my appreciation, because clearly you're telling us work as one and do not go different paths if we want to deliver for the people of Kenya. With these few remarks, it is now my humble duty and honor to request you all to be upstanding so that we can invite His Excellency the President to address